Hi, this is Staff Sergeant Eric Olson, and I want to welcome you to another episode of Warrior Summit Outdoors. With the fall, crisp winds, the cooling temperatures, and, well, the changing leaves, as you can see, means only one thing. It's fall hunting season. So the vets and I decided, what are we going to do this fall to start off with? And it just so happens I got a call from Mr. Joe Gans, who is the owner of Whitetail Preserve, and he invited us to come out pheasant hunting on his property. And, well, it didn't take much for us to decide that's the way to go. It didn't take much persuading. So we ended up going out there and thought, what the heck, let's see what we can get. And it turned out to be a pretty interesting adventure. We had some great guides, we had some good dogs, and we were going to figure out what we could do and see if we can get a bunch of birds.
Well, I gathered together a fine group of men, some combat vets who served in Iraq and Afghanistan, as well as my 78-year-old father-in-law, an Army vet himself and a very experienced pheasant hunter. Before heading into the fields for our birds, Mr. Joe Gans, our Vietnam veteran host and owner of Whitetail Preserve, well, he gave us a safety briefing. And after that, the vets shared their excitement about the day ahead.
I grew up, hunting, fishing, well, a little bit of trapping, but getting home, that's definitely been something. It's been a nice outlet to be able to get out along with, fellow veterans. It's kind of a, good way to get out, throw the camis back on and get out in the woodline and just kind of decompress and not have to worry about the world.
It's great to experience, this type of stuff with like-minded individuals. Some of us have, we've been in a little longer, so we've got a little more experience to share, but it's a good time.
And I consider it an honor to be with this group of people. I didn't ever have to risk my life while I was in the service, and I know all the rest of the guys did, so I'm just honored to be here.
So we split into two groups with our respective bird dogs and handlers, headed out into the field to knock down a bunch of birds.
The master sponsor for Warrior Summit Outdoors is Harry's U-Pull-It. Warrior Summit Outdoors is brought to you by The Pines Restaurant and Whitetail Preserve. Sarge the Dog is brought to you by The Lazy Dog Salon and Service Electric Cablevision. Deucey the Puppy is brought to you by The Lazy Dog Salon, BDU Corporation, and Peace of Mind Yoga.
Hello, I'm Gary Sinise. At the Gary Sinise Foundation, we serve our nation's defenders, veterans, first responders, and their families. We're working hard to ensure their sacrifices are honored and supported before, during, and after their service. That's why we're wishing the best of luck to Warrior Summit Outdoors. Your show will help bring attention to the difficulties faced by our returning wounded heroes. And for that, I thank you. God bless.
The mission today is to seek out the target and capture it.
Roger that. Should I expect contact?
Expect it to be hot. This place has got everything.
Roger that.
SP time now.
Eyes on, 200 meters to the west.
Target identified. I got it. Go, go, go.
Harry's U-Pull-It. They have what you need to make your mission possible. Check out their 3 locations: West Hazelton, Allentown, and Pennsburg.
Good afternoon, ma'am. How much is this alternator?
Hi, I'm Brian Anderson, and I'd like to invite you to be a part of something special. USA Cares is a nonprofit organization helping military families with emergency financial assistance. We help prevent evictions and foreclosures, utilities from being turned off, and we put food on the table for our nation's heroes. USA Cares is looking to form a chapter in your area. Go to usacares.org. USA Cares, making a difference in the lives of military families.
The city of Hazleton is also known as the Mountain City. And what is a mountain without the pines? Come to the heart of our Mountain City, downtown Hazleton, to check out the city's new culinary attraction, the Pines. Like the downtown, the Pines ambiance combines history and modernity. And their menu? Traditional dishes you've loved in the past, like Naughty Pies Barbecue, along with contemporary fare, like our grilled ahi tuna. Exciting things are happening in downtown Hazleton. The Pines Eatery and Spirits is one of them.
Beautiful.
I decided, you know what, the best thing to do for conservation and humanity, and thought I'd let one go. So I did that, and I especially didn't want Tim to feel bad that, you know, I didn't want him to feel bad since he had already let a bird go. Yeah!
The boys and I had an outstanding day and were eager to load the pheasant into the smoker and enjoy a well-earned feast.
Enjoy the great outdoors at the Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range's Trap, Skeet, and Sporting Clays course. No waiting and no lines. First time shooting? Whitetail Preserve employs certified instructors to help you get the most out of your experience. Hungry? The restaurant at Whitetail has a great menu to satisfy and offers catering for all occasions. Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, approximately 13 miles west of Hazleton and just 1 hour from Allentown, Reading, and the Delaware Water Gap. 118 Boulevard Road, just off the Rockland Road near Rockland. 384-2314.
The Pennsylvania-based Valor Clinic Foundation provides veterans assistance accessing benefits, food, clothing, shelter, and support to homeless veterans, and post-traumatic stress resources. Founded in 2008 by veterans Mark Bayless and Tony Cross, we're a nonprofit dedicated to helping veterans navigate through the process of recovering and rebuilding. Please support the work of Valor Clinic Foundation. Help us give back to those who have given so very much.
Did you hear about the new grooming place in town? Yep. Should we try them out?
Nope. You two need to go to the Lazy Dog. Steve and Melissa always take good care of us, and we look fantastic.
Don't go anywhere but the Lazy Dog. They are great at what they do. They are locally owned and reasonably priced. Why would you even think about going to a big box groomer?
You're right, pups. I'm going to the Lazy Dog for all my grooming.
The Lazy Dog, your locally owned, locally operated groomer, serving the Hazleton area since 2009.
When my mom died, Tony really would have liked to have come home. He was deployed to Kuwait. The Red Cross contacted his senior sergeant, and he was on his way home. For one day, for 1 hour, I felt like the most important person in the world was my mom. And getting her grandson home, the Red Cross is there for us.
Before we get to our mouth-watering dinner, let's learn more about the talented dogs and their trainers who made our day so special.
We just started them off, just letting them smell birds. If it's really anything, we use pigeons, you use ducks, geese, whatever you want to use. And then you kind of just progress. You have to be able to use the common command: sit, stay, come, quiet. Sit, stay, come. That's not like actually a rocket science. It's actually really simple, and a lot of it's just the just natural given talent. They just know how to do it, just because it's just how they are. But I mean, as long as you know how to teach them how to sit, stay, come, you're already halfway there. And then, I mean, eventually you just progress. You can use hand signals, use the whistle a lot. I teach them how to fetch. I mean, as far as like finding the birds, like I said, that's just a natural given thing. So you kind of you take it in steps, and eventually, as they get better at it, you get more into it.
When she picks up the scent, she'll stop, she'll go on point, but as she's still trying to get the scent, her tail will be wagging. Once she finally gets the bird and she has it nailed, her tail pretty much stops and goes up like a flag. And then you know she has it pretty well nailed. The thing with pheasants is sometimes they'll run. So as she'll point it, the bird will sometimes sneak out and try to run, so she'll have to relocate and point it a second time, third time, fourth time, depends on the bird. Then, as I said, we bring the hunters in, and hopefully we'll get some good shots, and the bird will flush the right way, and we'll have some hunters who can hit it.
Well, when we had first approached to do this hunt, I was ecstatic about it. You get a lot of things in the mail for different organizations and everything else, and you write them a check, you send it all in, but it's like faceless. This was an opportunity for myself and my son to give back hands-on, actually meet the people that we're going to help or hopefully make a difference in their lives. And I think after the hunt was over, meeting with them, spending an entire day with these men, I think they made more of an impact on us than maybe what we did for them. It was an experience that like I can never really fully explain, you know, and something I'm going to take with me for the rest of my life.
A Service Electric Cablevision bundle is your local choice for internet, TV, and phone. Our high-speed internet has the fastest, most consistent speeds no matter how many devices are online. Get over 100 HD channels with unmatched picture quality, convenient DVR options, and now TV everywhere. And digital phone with unlimited local and long distance across North America and beyond. All backed by exceptional customer service. Make the local choice. Call or visit Service Electric Cablevision online today.
BDU Corporation, a local provider of industrial products, can assist you with training solutions. Want a state-of-the-art place to train your employees and customers alike? Check out BDU's Professional Training and Conference Center in Humboldt Industrial Park, Hazel Township. With tiered theater-style seating for up to 44, they offer a full-functioning podium, touchpad screens, surround sound, and much more. Plus, a separate entrance and lounge area are available. For their training center rental rate, call Brad at BDU, 570-384-7333.
In today's hectic world, can't we all use some peace of mind? At Peace of Mind Yoga and Sugarloaf, you'll ease your tension away. Plus, work on strength, flexibility, and conditioning. We have 10 skilled instructors, daily classes, and offer all skill levels, raw beginners to advanced yogis. And don't be fooled, yoga's not just for women. Kids and men take classes too. Just ask Sergeant Olson.
Real men do yoga.
Whether a business person, stay-at-home parent, student, or soldier home from combat, you deserve peace of mind.
I'm Brian Anderson. I served 2 years in Iraq. I lost both of my legs and my left hand in the line of duty. The troops coming home from Iraq is good news for all of us. But for many military families, another battle continues. Frequent and longer deployments have placed real financial, emotional, and sometimes mental strains on families. Unemployment among some troops is twice what it is among civilians. So now, more than ever before, our troops need us to be there for them. When military families need help, they call USA Cares. Please help by donating at usacares.org today and give them a hand up.
After the boys and I had cleaned the birds, I fired up the smoker, and we all gathered in the backyard to recap the day's events and anticipate a delicious meal of fresh birds.
Well, today we had a fantastic day out pheasant hunting, and what we did was we went to the Whitetail Preserve. Mr. Joey Gans had invited us, and he had set up the entire pheasant hunt for us. And we got there bright and early this morning, and we knew it was going to be a little warm, so we had to get there extra early. I'm going to say it's sun up, just to make sure the dogs were not going to be overexerted and they were going to be good to go for the day. So having gone there, Mr. Gans gave us a proper safety briefing, and we were told, you know, where we're going to be hunting, what were the proper ways to handle the shotgun while pheasant hunting, as he laid it out where there was going to be one on the left, one on the right, and then the dog handler and the guide would be in the center. And it worked out. It was a really, really good technique that he used. So we broke down into two teams. We broke down into 3-on-1, and I believe that was Mike, it was Jonathan and John, and then myself and Tim Murphy were on Team Superstar on the right. And well, it was a great time, and for me, I found it especially rewarding as I grew up bird hunting, not pheasant hunting because I grew up in the South, so there was always dove and things of that nature, but never more quail when we did upland. And having the guys to be able to come out, and I don't think they've done it for a while themselves, it was really an enriching day. And that's I know that's been part of my healing process coming back from war, was to really get out there and just get back into nature again. It's not even so much about killing the birds and the whole 9 yards. That it's as much as the camaraderie, being out, getting some extra, getting the fresh air. And I really had a great day with it. And it's been such a long time since I've been able to really do any good upland hunting. And we're going to sit down and we're going to have an awesome dinner tonight. And I think you'll be able to see some of this fine cuisine that I've cooked up here. And I'm really happy to have had the guys up here. It was a really good time. We made a lot of good friends, had a tremendous time. And I don't think, John, you were telling me that I think that it's been a while since you've pheasant hunted.
Yeah, that's right, Eric. I've never had the chance to actually pheasant hunt. You know, back where I grew up, they were around when my grandfather was younger, and he would tell me stories about it. But I've never had the chance to hunt everything else in Pennsylvania, but just not pheasant. And it was quite an experience. I really enjoyed myself. And like you said earlier, it's just nice to get out in the woods and just relax. I mean, you're walking around, granted, but you know, it's very calming. Mm-hmm. You know, it clears your mind. It's like you said, it's nice to meet new people, especially going through the similar situations that you have. And you know, Jonathan and I were talking a little earlier about different things and how they were the same but yet different at the same time. So it was fantastic.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It absolutely
is. Our stories are all a little bit different, but they're all almost in the same genre. Mm-hmm. We've all been and done our thing, and now it's about just trying to come home and become normal again, or what we can perceive as normal. Yes. And I'm glad you had a great time today, because I think I had pheasant hunted once before this, and that was years ago, I think. And in fact, I think I missed every bird I shot at, but you know, that's not surprising. I also had a really distinct honor of having my father-in-law, Mike Druniak, out there with us today. And Mike told me about the yorn days of back when the earth was still cooling, and he was out just crushing pheasant all the time. And I was really, I was proud to have him out there with me today, and I was glad to get him out. And I know I'm hoping he had a good time. So.
Yeah, I did a lot of pheasant hunting, and in fact, I started when I was 12 years old hunting with my uncles. And I hunted in Bucks County outside of Richlandtown, Pennsylvania. And back then, pheasants were very abundant in that area. And hunted for many years, and I was thinking today of what my most memorable pheasant hunt was, and it was back in 1958. Get that? Now you know how old I am. Back in 1958, it was the last day of the season, and usually when you hunt for pheasant on the last day, you don't expect to see anything. But I was hunting with my friend Doc Hager, and we both got our limit that day, hunting over 2 Springer Spaniels and a Labrador Retriever. And I think that was my most memorable day, because we didn't really expect to get anything, and yet we both got our limit. So it was a great day, and today was a great day. I really enjoyed being with the guys, and I got to tell you, these guys are all crack shots. I mean, there weren't too many misses.
You know, we can't forget about the great guides we had out there today. I had the distinct pleasure of working with Mitchell Moran and his father, Jeff Moran, and those guys were really, they had it going on. It was amazing the way that they worked that dog in and out of the fields. They had it. Mitchell, being only 17 years old, he was mature beyond his years, and he had trained the dog himself from a puppy up. You know, we're talking a high school kid here that just has the maturity level to be able to do that all the way through. And he was on point and guided us right through there. And I think you appreciated that as much as I did.
Really made our side pretty awesome.
We were all over it. So
All over the place.
So yeah. So Tim Murphy tells me he hunts a lot of pheasant.
Yeah, no, like you said, Eric, that's I grew up hunting, and pheasant hunting was something I got to do a lot, with my uncle as well. He got me into it, and that and deer. And the last time I got to hunt pheasant, this was huge for me because it's been like 14, 15 years since before the war, since before I had a chance to go out and do pheasant hunting. And so it came back pretty quick, once you start getting that, And like you said, our guides really they helped bring that. They helped make it really, really awesome for us because that whole butt beak blast,
Butt beak boom.
Butt beak boom, and that really helped tune it up. So
Triple B.
yeah, and we pulled them all down, but we were able to crank off a bunch of shots, and it's just because superiority by fire. That's what it was all about out there.
And as always, I always have that camaraderie, that good time with Mr. Jonathan Potts and his expert non-marksmanship. And I watched Jonathan with a bird that flushed on him, went in a straight direction, didn't left, right, it was just straight. And all he had to do was just shoot right at it.
I mean, that's really not what happened. The thing flushed. It came at me literally like a pterodactyl, talons out. I thought I was going to lose at least one eye. I had to duck out of its way. It was barreling at my face. Then I had to reacquire my sight picture by doing a 180 backwards. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a bead at the end of your gun.
Correct. Still a sight picture.
Is that your scope?
Still a sight picture. We also need to take into consideration that I have 2 witnesses tier 1 that I'm a better shot than you. So, I just want to throw that out there
those
as well.
there?
Yes. All of these witnesses here are probably mine. So.
You know what, guys? I think it's time now to get out to the main part of this event for the day, and let's go chow on some birds.
Shout out.
Let's do it. Let's go. Get it, Jonathan. You suck.